State Representative Gary Turco, 27th District.
Good morning, Brian Whalen, Commissioner, Newington Fire Department, Newington, Connecticut.
Good morning. Fire Commissioner Frank DeMeo from Newington.
Hello, chairs, vice chairs, ranking members. I'm here today with two of the fire marshals, fire commissioners from the town of Newington to testify in support of House Bill 5250, an act establishing a grant program to reimburse municipalities for the cost related to the removal of PFAS from fire apparatus. I'll do a quick opening and I want to turn it over here to the experts. So as you mostly all probably know, because many of you were here, in the legislature, we banned the use of PFAS in a lot of different situations, but that includes fire apparatus in our fire trucks. There was grant money that the state allocated to assist with the remediation, but it was only funded to a certain amount, and a lot of municipalities were not able through that grant program to be able to do the total remediation of all of their fire trucks with that money, and now they're left with bills of tens of thousands of dollars to complete the mandate of the removal, but don't have the necessary funds to be able to do it. And now that COVID relief dollars are drying up, municipalities like Newington need to cut funding to maintain services and not have to drastically increase taxes, and they are faced now with this dilemma. So let me turn it over to the commissioners to explain in more detail. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for having us. One of the problems that we're having... How's that? Better? Good morning, and thank you for having us. One of the big issues that we're having is it's approximately, depending on the cost fluctuations, because we know everything is going up every single day, the last cost analysis that we did for our trucks to remove the foam and to replace it with the new non-PFAS type foam, it's approximately $7,000 a truck. We have 5 trucks that are currently have 40 gallons each of this PFAS foam. So we're looking at anywhere from $35,000 to $45,000 for the remediation and the replacement of this new type foam. Smaller departments such as Newington with 30,000 people, our budgets are very small as it is, and we just don't have the money to do this remediation. The second issue that puts us in kind of a quagmire is we do have this stuff on our trucks, but we can't use it. And with the Berlin Turnpike, Route 9, and all of our mutual aid task force towns with 91, 84, we have this foam with these big trucks and tankers going through, and we're stuck not using this foam and having to call in other agencies that have already replaced this foam. Our other issue is, God forbid, if something happens with one of our trucks and we have a spill with one of these PFAS, with this PFAS foam, now we're in with DEP, we're in environmental services, and it's a big issue. So the funding needs to get put in so that we can get this PFAS off our trucks and get the new foam put in. And we only have 5 trucks in Newington. I'm not sure what other towns have, but it is a big issue. There's just not the money. On the volunteer departments, a lot of our money is being used right now to keep our volunteers in retention so that we can stay a volunteer fire department and not raise taxes in the town for a paid fire department.
Thank you, Mr. Whalen. Frank?
I'm all set.
You're all set. What is your last name, sir?
DeMeo.
DeMeo? So I just have one question, and then Senator Lesser has a question or a comment. My understanding is that the fire training school in Eastern Connecticut was taking most of the trucks in and taking the PFAS out. And they said that they ran out of the funds to handle that?
Correct.
So is that where your trucks would have gone for?
Yes, we were scheduled for the trucks to be remediated, but I guess the funding dried up. So here we sit today.
And how much is that funding, do you know, sir?
It's approximately, to remediate the trucks, it's anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 per truck. and then it's about $1,600 to replace it with the new foam.
And how many trucks do you know?
We have 5.
And how many trucks do you know haven't been done? Do you,
I
if you
could
don't
not
know?
tell you that
Oh, okay,
number. I
thank
don't
you.
know that number.
Senator Lesser?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, and it's good to see you, Mr. DeMayo, Mr. Whalen. So we don't. You said 2 of your trucks still have, of your 5 trucks still have PFAS in them.
All 5 of our trucks currently have the PFAS foam in them. They're
you can't-
40-gallon tanks.
So you can't use those trucks right now.
We can use the trucks, we can't use the foam.
Got it. And we don't. Is there a specific sort of bounce going off of Senator Austin's question? I know this is an issue that you and I have talked about, Bubba, many times. But do you know how? We don't have a sense on how much additional funding is necessary.
Well, just to do Newington, I know is approximately between $40,000 and $45,000, and that will make us whole and have our whole fleet converted over.
Okay, good to know. And is there any sort of time limit if we were to use this? This isn't an ongoing requirement. We're just going to need to do this once, and then be able to move on, right? So there's
That's
no.
correct. Correct.
So this is something maybe we could use unallocated funding for. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Representative DiCaprio.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Chiefs, for being here today. Being the former director at the Deep Emergency Response Group, just a question which I don't know. When materials are evacuated out of these the trucks, is there an extensive cleaning as far as inside the tank chamber itself?
There is. That's why it's so expensive, because the tanks have to be tested and for the PFAS, and the rinsing of the tanks, it takes like 5 or 6 rinses of the tanks just to completely get all the PFAS chemicals out of it. So it is a lengthy process. Each truck is off the line for approximately a week for this to happen, just for the rinsing of the trucks.
All right, thank you, Chief. I think the committee, we probably need to get our arms around how big of a problem it is statewide too, but thank you for that and coming with your testimony today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? See, Representative Nuccio.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Can you tell me, sir, have you been provided any funding at all to help with the removal of this yet?
Newington has not been provided. I can only speak for Newington. I don't know about other towns, but we have not received any funding. We so far went out to our insurance carrier for the town of Newington and asked them if there was any programs that they had to get them off, to get this chemical off the truck, and they had nothing for us. The only thing that they could do for us, if God forbid there was a accident or a spill with the truck, then our insurance company would, be involved. But other than that, there is no programs for us to help remediate this issue.
And if I heard you correctly, I just want to make sure that I'm sure here. So we gave money to the fire training center to do it, but not to the towns? Is that what we've done?
Yes.
I believe the fire training center was taking the trucks from different towns in doing it, and that money did dry up.
Okay, so if we were to supply more money, would it be best to supply it to the actual training center or to the towns?
I think the best way to do it would be to supply the money to the specific towns so they can get it and get it done, and then they know they have that money earmarked to get it done.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Seeing no other comments, thank you, sir.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
all
much.
the work you do.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.